get the camera angle. Down and maybe this maybe helps. Cart here. Been doing a lot of reaching around. Need that, but I don't think we're gonna need her. I don't think we need our space heater right now. You know what? Screw it. The best spot was, I don't care if I have to reach around. Way more convenient. Okay, guys. Hey Keegan and Joel, welcome to the channel. Thank you guys for dropping by. Appreciate it. We're going to be working on let's see if we can get this more closer to what I'm going to be working on. Okay, guys, how are we doing? Michi, what are you up to? This cat. This mofo cat. Just to cause trouble. Okay. Hey, not bad. We got a pretty much 11:30 start. So maybe angle that down a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. And Okay, that should help a little bit because I want to do this area here. Yep, this card. We're gonna work on that vehicle. Oh, can you guys even see it? Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Okay, how are we doing? How are we doing? Okay, got the painting there. Only problem is our chat. I can't see the chat. And I guess we'll move my reference over here. Okay, guys. Since I lost the bottom bit of my easel, put my stuff on, I gotta find a new spot for my brushes. Okay, how we doing? Yep, I lost that part. Kitty cat. What you doing, cat? Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Oh, thanks guys for the like. I appreciate it. Sorry, I think my big head's in the way right now. Let's see if I can get this closer, but I'm not sure. This, that's lighter. We need to go lighter. We need to go much lighter. Okay, guys, you know what? This is not the right working angle. It's got me all screwed up. Hold on a second, I gotta lift this back up. Because I dropped it down. Should have been more prepared. And we gotta lift this up a little bit. Right about there. Right about there. Let's see. Sorry, I don't mean to be wasting time here. There we go. I'm going to lift that up some more. Hold on a second. Come on. Right there. On this bottom edge, might as well have it at the right height. Okay, that's a little better. I won't be hunched over too much. Okay, how's that, guys? Can you see? Can you see? You never get these angles right. You know what? clean up the paint. Alright, guys. Hey Joshua, how are you doing? Everything is doing a lot better today. My eye is feeling better. Still noticing some strangeness with it, but it's not so blurry and watering all the time. How are you doing today? Or should I say, is it evening? Doing all right. Cool. Or wait, when I left you, it was... Or was that somebody else I was thinking of? Yeah, it's evening now. Things are good. Oh, that's good. Just relaxing. Or are you having to get ready for work? Nice. I see you and Emmett are both on live. Yeah, I'm actually watching Emmett as he's painting. So I am multitasking. I gotta keep up on Emmett. I guess I've been slacking on mod duties on his channel, so gotta make sure I stay up on what's going on. I gotta be able to jump in anytime somebody starts trolling him, so I can start trolling them. I'm just kidding. He says I'm not staying on top of keeping trolls off the channel, but I think last time he got them right away, so I don't know. Sometimes I forget that he made me a mod. I told him, I was like, you don't need to make me a mod. And then one day, I saw that I had the mod, the wrench, do it. I'm a little concerned at what he just said. Any trolls under your bridge? Yes, sir. You don't want to get him started on that. Wait, okay, he wasn't saying we were trolls. He was just... Well, I think that's... Yeah, I don't know if that was the... He was sending out the bat signal for trolls. Just wanted you to do a quick review and critique, but only when you have time. Oh, okay, hold on a second, let me check. Oh, this is interesting. It's a painting of, I'm assuming it, you looking at a painting on the floor. That's pretty cool. What is the sample of the painting? Is that a... It looks familiar. Is it a Delacroix? Or Louis Jacques David? The Oath of Horatio? No. The Oath of the Horatio. Louis Jacques David. David. Are you done with it? The wood grain on the floor is pretty cool. Interesting. It's like a... like a contemplation of a work. Not done with it. I kind of... Oh, Peter Paul Rubens? Okay. Huh. Which painting is it? My guesses were Delacroix's... what was it? The Rape of the Women of Sabine, or Louis Jacques David's The Oath of the Horatii. Massacre of the Innocents. That sounds familiar. I'll Google it, and I like old paintings. Not that I've seen that many in person. It would be nice to have access to places with a good collection of older paintings. Actually, I haven't been to our local art museum in many, many years. I should at least go back and kind of see what they have in their collection again, since it's been so long. I did not hear what Emmett was saying. Gee, what is Emmett talking about now? I know I've seen that painting, but like in books, but I did not realize it was Rubens. Josh, do you follow I'm Painting Badly streams? He does a lot of oil painting, and I guess his stuff, he prefers more of impressionistic works, but he does appreciate John Singer Sargent, so like, he says that he's one of his favorite artists. So. Yeah, the old masters, they just had a lot of time. Nowadays, contemporary artists, it seems like they can't be bothered by putting time into their work. It's got to be instant gratification. It's got to be now. I know some of the better painters do spend time on their work. I can't just generalize and say that all contemporary artists are like that. Whoops. But then those contemporary artists will say that you're just stuck in the past. You're trying to live something that's already long past. And I'm like, I don't know if I agree with that stance, because that's a certain tradition that people don't really follow. Maybe they say that tradition is old-fashioned, but those things usually make their way back around, and people are influenced by them or want to understand them better. I don't think people who um, enjoy that type of painting want to relive those times, but I think they want to improve their skills as painters. And how else do you do that but by going back and studying the old masters? Because they developed the art. Hey Wolf, sorry I missed you. You're at the pool. Ooh, okay. Must be a hot day. Hot day hanging at the pool. Yeah, when I lived in Minneapolis, I remember when I was younger, they had the Atelier Lac, but I don't think that lasted past the 90s, and then it closed. I'd always, because I worked in the area, I'd always see it when I kind of was passing through, and I'd always wonder, like, oh, what are they, for a painting atelier, and I didn't know what an atelier was at that time. I learned about that a little later, but I was like, what is going on up there? What is an atelier? I kind of loosely had a loose basic understanding of an atelier. It was like a painting studio, but I always kind of wondered or fantasized, like, what would it be like to be a part of the studio? But I kind of did my own thing. Is my This is still streaming, right? Or are we stuck again? I make sure my streams sometimes get stuck. I don't know if Winsor Newton is a high quality paint, but it is definitely a recognizable brand. I mean, it's higher quality than some paints, but I don't want to poo-poo on Emmett's stream. Sometimes, sometimes I say too much without being prompted. Okay, this has to be a little darker though. Somewhere is some black. Somewhere is some black. Somewhere around here there's black. Come on. Okay, hold on. You have to. He prompted to check yourself from saying anything a bit off script. Oh, I missed a bunch. So there's actually a guy I follow on Instagram, Florent Farges. He's French. He started his own little atelier page for free on Discord. You have to be prompted to check yourself from saying anything a bit off script. Yeah, because whoops, I can easily just start going off on some tangent, but again, it's his channel. I don't want to be causing any issues for him. Aside from the the, the subtle trolling I do. I mean, as I do respect him and what he does in his channel, so I don't want to cause any problems. Jeez, I'm like, hey Satyajit, how are you? I'm like his only supporter, like member. Like, I pay the $3 a month to help him out, and it's like I'm good, Satyajit. I don't have tons of money to be uh, spending on other. There's only one other channel that I do support. And it's about the same cost. I'm doing well, Satyajit. How are you? What are you up to? You enjoying your summer? Or is it winter where you're at? Okay, we're moving on to this next one. Whoops, other than, yes, I needed black. And I needed just to make it a little darker here. Yeah, I have to remember to keep myself. Oh, it is summer, and you're having a blessed day. Well, I'm glad that is what you're experiencing. I forgot what I was going to say. This is still a little too dark. Okay, whoops. Well, that's gonna be that. Let me start on this vehicle just above, right above here. terrible lines I'm following. Make sure my paint is the right viscosity, because it is no good trying to pull these lines when your paint is not flow the way you want it to. No bueno if there is no flow. Come. It's already 12:21. Jeez. And this whole hour is gone by. Come on, cat hair. Jeez. Not sure how I go back. I can't get out of your photo. Instagram's not letting me back out. There's going to be a cat in the open space looking up, and I need to add paw prints and raw colors on the canvas. Oh, okay. I missed this part. Thought I'd get your opinion on it. I did use raw black, which wasn't great, but I worked around it. I did learn that I can use the ultramarine blue and burnt umber in place of pure. Yeah, so I don't know if you're still there, Joshua. Um, yeah, that's the thing with using any kind of black is what it does. It's an absence of color. So anytime you use pure black, you're creating basically a hole in your painting. Whereas if you use an alternate like the ultramarine blue and burnt umber mix, um, it gives it gives depth to your dark without creating that effect of a hole. It's almost like a when you use pure black, like a black, it creates like a black hole effect, like it sucks all the light in. That's what it's doing. Is not It's sucking all the light in. It's not reflecting any light back. I mean, probably some light is reflected back, but not a whole lot. So you kind of gotta maybe modulate the black with some color, like the blue or. Um, but everybody's different. They utilize it. That's the thing with colors, and then um, and black or white is how you use that to create depth in your work, unless you want your work to be completely flat. And utilizing various colors next to one another can help create that depth. I know I'm being kind of vague, but I usually don't talk about this stuff too much. It's more of intuitive. I didn't know my Discord was my Discord linked to Weird. You've been looking for a brush that can paint lines. Are you talking about like a liner brush? What brush are you using right now? It's a liner. So, and I've got these at Michael's. So we don't have like a Dick Blick in our city, which is weird because the next largest city in Iowa has a Dick Blick. You'd think the capital city would have a Dick Blick. They used to, but then it closed down. I don't know why. We had an art store, a small art store, and they also closed down because of just people ordering stuff off the internet and not shopping at the store. So basically, what we have here are Michael's and Hobby Lobby. And I pretty much go to Michael's. But you can find these liner brushes um, there. You can find them in small packs. It's pretty much about a good 3/4 to an inch long. You can get them even longer. You can get them like super long. I don't know if you could see this. I don't know if my camera will be able to. It's pretty beat up. This one is actually pretty beat up. Let me see. So yeah, it's about a good 3/4. But you can get them like 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches. Um, Sometimes the longer the better, because it kind of when you draw the line, like when you're drawing the line, and the brush is longer, it has like a delay to it, um, so that when you're pulling that line, whatever point you're trying to bring it to, because it's so long, it has like a delay. You can actually adjust your brush while you're pulling that line, and you get a lot smoother pulls, but it takes practice. But yeah, this is pretty basic. I don't know. I think some oil painters would frown upon using these type of brushes, but it all depends on how you want to paint. So if you're like more detail oriented, I don't see anything wrong with it. If you're an impressionist painter, they would poo-poo you for using these brushes because it's not about the detail, but there is a certain level of detail in impressionism because you're trying to get the most out of the least of your brush marks. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like if you look at who's the artist? Is it Tintoretto? He does these landscapes. Oh, whoops. Is it him? No, not Tintoretto. God, who was it? Landscape painter. 18th century? Or 19th century? Maybe it was the 18th century. Come on, man. I hate you. There we go. Come on. I just want to change 9 to 8. Oh, of course you screw up. Come on. Gee, so many names. Maybe it was 18th century, it would be 1700s. Oh, maybe I was 17th. Come on. Oh my gosh. Come on. Yeah, I don't know if that answered any of your questions. But yeah, you could pretty much find liner brushes all over the place. How come I can't find this artist? Oh, it wasn't Tintoretto. It was. God, what was his name? Yeah, Tintoretto was not the guy. Canaletto. Canaletto. That was the guy. Yeah, he does these very detailed landscape images of, like, what was it? Britain? Okay, born in Venice. Canaletto was inspired by Roman Veduttista Giovanni Paolo Panini. Outdoor painting. Much of Canaletto's early artwork was painted from nature. Early and late work. Is it Venetian landscapes or English landscapes? Yeah, but if you look at how he paints those, very, I mean, very economic brush work. He's not wasting a lot of brush marks to capture what he's trying to capture. Okay. Anyways, Canaletto, not Tintoretto. Yeah, do you mix your paint on palettes, or do you just, like, I see Emmett just, he applies paint to his canvas. I don't think he mixes his colors really on a palette. He goes straight to the canvas, which I can appreciate that. Sometimes that means he has to fix stuff or change things quite a bit. But It's a lot quicker way of painting. Hey, laughing girl, how are you doing today? You have a glass one for oils and a wooden for acrylic. I tried. Well, hold on a second. Oh, you're talking about palettes. Yeah, a wooden one for acrylic, huh? Try to mix correctly beforehand with both before I put it on the canvas. Yeah, I'm kind of more like that, but I do appreciate because I have painted like that, how he's painting right now, and it's interesting. Um, Thing is, if you kind of don't have an idea of what you're doing, you end up with a lot of paint on your canvas, and at a certain point, you can't go any further because you got way too much paint on your canvas, and you're just gonna make a muddy mess. I'm doing pretty good, laughing girl. Thank you for asking. Just working on this piece and spending too much time on YouTube. That's okay. I enjoy it. it's probably the only time I really get any kind of interaction with other artists. So, if I have an opportunity to engage with somebody about art, I will do that. Even if that means it's taken away from some of my art time, which is fine. Because it all helps or informs what I'm doing anyways. So I don't think it's a waste of time. Yeah. I actually, Joshua, I actually enjoy painting like that. But usually it's my own compositions. Um, I feel like Emmett's doing like free association or like stream of conscious painting, whereas and I guess it is intuitive, but I still like to kind of have an idea of what I'm doing, or else it just becomes a complete mess, which is not a bad thing because you don't know if you keep working on the piece, you don't know how it or where it's going to go anyways. So all that mess could be wonderful underpainting for whatever you do on top of it. But as far as painting a la prima, yeah, you get to a point where you either have to wipe away the paint or you're just going to have to let it dry. I'm trying to figure out what he's doing right now. he always does it. He always brings in this decorative element, even if it's just like making these brush marks. And it's always interesting to see how he recovers from that. Comment to the art community is much appreciated. Oh, I appreciate that, Laughing Girl. You got anything new you're working on or started? Sorry to hear about the portrait thing, but I'm sure there'll be other opportunities. It just sucks when you find out or realize that you're not one of you haven't been selected. That definitely sucks. It's not a good feeling, but after a while, it kind of turns you off from even wanting to apply for stuff like that. Because you start to question, is what you're doing even good enough when it is good? And then you end up in a spiral, a tailspin of whether you're doing good work or not. But then the thing is, that's all subjective anyways. And it all comes down to who is judging the work and what their particular tastes are. You're out of the tailspin. I'm glad. Yeah, it's not easy because then you start thinking about all the things like why didn't they pick me? But then there's tons of other people doing the exact same thing, and they're probably having the exact same thoughts and feelings. But for some reason, their work did get chosen. Doesn't mean they're better or worse than you or I. I don't know. Maybe they devote or dedicate more time than we do. Man, gosh, I keep screwing these lines up. Damn, it's already done. Just when I was getting into the piece. I do like how thick the paint gets. I do like thick, chunky paint. I think he uses too much thinner when he could be probably using a mix of thinner and stand oil. But everybody's different. We paint how we know what we know, or how we paint is based on what we know. One way of painting is no more legitimate than the other way of painting, or somebody else's way of painting. Like me, I'm sitting here trying to paint with enamels. Trying to paint with dang enamels. Talk about what am I trying to say? Talk about struggling to master something. Yeah, enamels are not the paint you use to blend. Now, if you're doing cross hatching, which sometimes I like to do, it is it definitely works for that. You can get some blending, but it depends on how much um, medium or thinner you're going to use. And even that is limited in how you can blend. Okay. They get too fixated on people's pieces and style. Yeah. Again, it comes down to their taste. you fall victim to it as well. Yeah, we all have tastes, like our personal tastes, like what we enjoy or prefer over. And so if you happen to be the judge judging that particular competition, whoever paints to your particular taste will probably get chosen over the other people. Uh, 12:50, so we got about 40 minutes left of painting. I could sit here all day if I could. Just all day. I would forego food, probably not coffee, but I would have to have some snacks. I could go hours and hours without even realizing that I need to put something in my body. I didn't want to use the canvas texture though to create like a dither effect. But guess that's what we're going to do. Hey Bentley, how are you doing? You're on your way to Tennessee. Well, have safe travels to you, Bentley. I hope you have a good time. Sounds like fun. Tennessee, I think I can't remember if it was Tennessee or Kentucky that we drove through, but there's some beautiful landscape, beautiful country over there. Oh man, how's my white just gonna go all cured on me? Okay. painting with enamels is like painting with syrup. It's very sticky. Very sticky substance. Okay, we need a little more white. White. Some people would have been satisfied with what I initially just laid down for my block-in. Not me. I have to put myself through the ringer by adding more and more detail to what I'm doing. Tightening the screws, as they say. And make sure I don't put my finger in the wet paint. You don't think you've ever painted with enamel, but I can imagine it's like nail polish. Yep. I think that is a pretty good analogy. Nail polish is pretty much, I don't know how different it is, but it's pretty similar. The smell is pretty much the same. They probably use similar chemicals. I think that's why I had my eye issue. Because my eye was reacting probably to the fumes, and since I was already going through some allergy type stuff, I don't think those helped at all. It's a nice finish. Yeah, it has a really nice finish, and that's why I'm using it, but I don't know if it's something I should use regularly. Especially if it's going to cause issues with my health. I think I need a little bit better ventilation. I do have my window open here next to me, and I have a fan. Right now I have the fan blowing across. Yeah, goggles. Could probably use some goggles and a mask. Yeah, I have one. And I use it when I do the spray painting. But I'm being very obstinate about it, in that I don't want to wear it. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Off the mark. Get some boogery stuff in here. Oh, that was close. Almost put the brush right in the area, in that dark area where I just got done filling that in just how I wanted it. Yeah, I thought about getting some swim goggles, but they'd have to be prescription because I won't be able to see very well. Whoops. Good luck. See you later. Gotta go now. Bye. Omizu and chat. Alright, Laughing Girl, thank you for joining. You still have 7.5 hours left. Oh, okay. Yeah, you said it was like 11-hour trip. Alright, LG, thank you for stopping through. I appreciate you hanging. Good chat. Good chat. Oops. Okay, guys, we got about 20 minutes left on the clock before I have to get ready for the day job. Another shift, a little short shift of the day job. Oh, a little too dark. Now, the best way to do this would be to pre-mix each shade so that a lot of this would be a little bit more consistent. That would be the ideal way to do this with these paints. But I think I tried to do that and it was still a problem. There is such an obvious cat hair. Already dried into the first layer, the base block in. It's just annoying me. Bishal, sir, welcome back. What do you do for the day job? I work at an information desk at a hospital. So I provide directions, if any kind of somebody needs a room number for a patient. They for some reason they come in, they have no idea where or what their appointment is. I can look it up for them, but that doesn't guarantee they're gonna get to where they need to go. Because some of that information is still new to me. Like, I know the hospital fairly well, but there are things in the system that I have no idea, because I don't have the medical. Not that I don't have the medical knowledge, but I just don't have maybe the terminology for that particular department to be able to read some of these appointment sheets. Oh man, of course that had to be darker than what I needed. Still a little bit darker than I needed. Yeah, it's a pretty... I like it. I like being able to help people. Sometimes I have to play detective to help figure out where these people need to be. And sometimes it's not that obvious. I don't know how many times people come into the hospital and they don't bring their information, like their paperwork, like the basics, like what office you're going to, like, yeah, what doctor's office you're going to, who your doctor is, like just basic things that would help me be able to help them figure out where they need to go. Yeah, I've had people get irate with me because I didn't know where they needed to be, but they had no information to help me in helping them figure out where to go. That doesn't happen that often, though. Once in a blue moon. Well, okay, guys, we got about 14 minutes left. 14. No, that's not dark enough. 14 minutes left in this session. Okay, not bad. Let's see if we can get the rest of this. There's definitely some banding, obvious banding going on with the different shades, but it's not being able to blend well with these paints. That's kind of what we're gonna get. I guess I can go back in there with another pass and get a lot finer banding. Shoot. Yeah, I don't know. Can you see it? I just went up in that area that I just painted light. Come on. You can definitely refine that down to even more finer bands. More steps, more steps. Get more mixing, just refine those shades or values. I need to make sure I fill in any pinholes where it's showing the canvas. Not that we always have to, but trying to create that illusion of 3 dimensions, but I'm not necessarily following the right rules. I'm playing off an isometric way of showing lighting. Not a naturalistic representation of light. Oh, well, good thing that was tacky. Put my finger in that paint. Whoops, gosh. And remember, don't worry about being so perfect. Put it in there. So yeah, Joshua, keep me updated on that painting. I'd like to see how that progresses. I think it'll be pretty cool. Yeah, as far as it looked like you used black for the shirt or the arm. I would probably switch that up, just because it's gonna cause people's eye to just go straight to that. Basically, you set that as your darkest dark. If you're creating baselines for for your lights and your darks, that is your darkest dark. So anything that's the darkest, your eye is probably going to go straight to that. Same with the highlight. Your eye is just going to go beeline straight for that because it's so intense. Okay, well, alright guys. I'm gonna wrap it up here. I know I needed to do the side. Hold on. Side bit. Let me get this part in the window and Okay, man, it's taking me so long to do that. I'm still not done. Just have to do that side panel of that vehicle. Oh well. I get what I get. My painting does not pay the bills. Gotta have that day job. Got to have that day job. Whoops. All right, Joshua. Thanks for hanging out. I'll catch you. Hopefully, catch you again here soon. And you have a good day or evening. Come on. Yes, and definitely keep me updated on your piece. Pretty cool. All right. Turn off the lights. All right, guys, this is it. Yeah. Obvious banding. I can go in there and fine tune it. Yep, just the side panel of that vehicle. Maybe put in a grill, front grill, maybe a fender, I don't know, or bumper. Who knows? But yeah, definitely looks a lot better. Not quite rounded with those bands, but we can try something. We'll figure it out. All right, guys. Thank you for joining. I hope you all have a good day or evening wherever you're at in the world. Thank you, Joshua, Bishal, Sir, Bentley Harmon, Laughing Girl. I think we had one other person. Satya Jeet, Wolf. Thank you, Wolf, for joining for a little bit. And a couple new people, Keegan and Joel. Thank you, guys and gals, for stopping through, saying hello, hanging with me, chit-chatting, all that. So, until next time, take care and bye for now, y'all. And thanks for the likes. I appreciate it. All right. Peace.